Hello, thanks for tuning in. I'm Psychic Stina, and tonight I'm going to do something a little special by patron request. You can join me on a Patreon. Look at the links in the comments. And I'm going to do a pick a card reading based on your ex. So I want you to think about the person from your past in question, and I want you to pick a deck of cards. And so I'm going to do a reading with each deck, and it's going to be about your ex. And so whichever reading you pick, hopefully it'll resonate. So the first deck, deck number 1, is the Tarot of Prague. This is a beautiful deck. And the second deck is the fantastic Menagerie Tarot. Another gorgeous, delightful deck. And the third is the Victorian Romantic Tarot. So these are the 3 decks. It's kind of a special night. And so I want to light some incense. I have a Saint Martha candle going. It's kind of a stormy night. It was thundering. It should be raining any second. I'm going to light some incense. I love this incense. It was from my sister. Let me see here. So I'm going to put it right here. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I kind of would like my highest self to connect to your highest self, because we're talking about exes, and this is a sticky situation because this is something you want to move on from. This is something that you want to move forward from. That incense is making me feel so happy. Okay, so we are going to start with the Tarot of Prague. So this is a pick a card reading, so you guys can go into whichever deck that you chose, or you can watch all 3 videos or whatever. Whichever deck you chose is your reading about your ex. So I don't exactly know what's going to come up in these readings. I just kind of want to know about your past connection. This is the Tarot of Prague. Look at these backs. This is a beautiful deck of cards. So let's see, let's know about this connection with your ex. So this is a Patreon reading. So Patreon gets first access to this, and then it'll be released later. But if you would like early access to these readings and be able to choose what you want these readings for, then join my Patreon. It's where it's at. So let's see here. All right, the World. Okay, well, this is good. This is a situation that has completion. There's completion of the situation, and it's crossed by the 2 of Swords, where you don't have any choices in the matter. Like, this situation is over, and it's, and you're just in a position where you have to accept the current situation. Some people, they don't want to give up on their ex, and that makes sense. It's hard to give up on somebody that you've spent so much time and have attached to. But this is the 2 of Swords just kind of indicates that you don't have many options in this situation, that you're not hearing from them, and it, like, refusing to accept the situation is just going to cause insanity. The 2 of Swords is like, a really like a negative mental state. It's almost like I can't go on without this person. And so that's not a good place for you to be in this hopeless situation, where the only thing that can give you relief is the return of this person. But that's because it's an activated attachment style. The attachment style is activated, and it feels like you're going to die unless you hear from them. And so, of course, people want to hear about their exes because it's such a painful situation. And this activated attachment style, oh, it's just murder. So the cards that are underneath, oh, they are dark. So they are the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. There's like a few different death cards in the tarot, and one is the 10 of Swords, and one is the 4 of Swords, and the other is the death card. So this is like pretty serious for these cards to show up underneath the reading. It seems like, the 10 of Swords, it's the relationship slam shut. It's just over. Like it stunned you, but it seems like the person just broke up with you, and it's just like, holy crap, it's over. And the 4 of Swords is that now time has passed and like nothing has happened, and you're like, oh my God, is it over? Is it over? And it's like this 2 of Swords is kind of indicating like, yeah, like there's nothing you can do to encourage the return of this person. And I don't know if you would want the return of this person. I don't like this 10 of Swords. This 10 of Swords is like a stab in the back, and I don't know. Have you guys ever like broken up with someone and were like, that son of a, and just like really curse that person's name and really, use that person's name in vain? And so I feel like that kind of animosity towards another person can happen after a breakup. Oh, that bitch, that whatever, really like negative talk. And so I just don't think that this person has really thought of you in a kind way that you would want to be thought of. I think this person is trying to move forward, and they may use your name in vain. I hate to admit it, but that's just another nail in the coffin of this relationship, is that I just don't think this person has the most kind opinion of you, and it's definitely not someone that I would want, to introduce to my mother or something, I don't know. So you get the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Cups in the past. These are really beautiful cards. Look at this 3 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So the Queen of Cups is an attachment. It's attaching to someone. It's wanting this connection. It's really, I feel like it's an activated, anxious attachment style. When I get the Queen of Cups, this is like anxiety love, anxiety, where the situation with the ex is just like, whew, it just sets you on fire. Now, this 3 of Cups, oh, this card is so beautiful. I don't know if I can show the boobs though. So this 3 of Cups is, it indicates like, it indicates a lighter type of love. It's like the connection was party, let's play, let's have a good time, as opposed to serious, I'm going to take you to the altar. It's like the connection that this person had with you was more light and playful. And I think you got very just like wanting more, and well, you wanted the light and the playful. You wanted this feeling of being loved. It's like you wanted this feeling, you wanted this love. But I think this other person saw it in a lighter way. They saw it as, hanging out, having fun, having a good time. And so I think you're getting attached while this person is like playing around. And so it was kind of a recipe for disaster, because one person is feeling it and the other person just is experiencing a lighter side to things. So, oh boy, in the near future, you get the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups, the cups are laying on the ground. So this is okay. You know, sometimes I like to see the near future as the reading. You know, it's like the near future is like kind of like how the reading lands and how you're feeling, you know, and so the Five of Cups is like bummer, you know. Of course, I want to hear that he loves me and he's coming back. I don't want to hear that he stabbed me in the back and he thinks badly of me and that it was lighter than I thought. You know, you don't want to hear that. It's like you're like, "Oh, man, I just want it to be good. I want it to be real. I want it to be special." And it was probably all those things, but just in a lighter way, and it wasn't what you wanted. And so of course it's like, bummer, that sucks, you know. And but the thing is that this is like the cleansing part. This is the law of the vacuum, where we take the thorn out of the paw and we replace it with a love that, you know, grants you everything. You know, this is, and so the Five of Cups is like the, oh, that sucks, but it's like the, wait, the good, the positive is coming. The positive is coming. And so it says after the Five of Cups lands and you're able to begin to move forward, you get the Temperance card. So that's like getting balance and getting yourself back on your feet, and finding a love for life again, just a love for yourself and a love for life. And this is kind of interesting. You get the Sun, and so the Sun is where you come out of a funk. And you know, because the Sun comes after the Moon, and the Moon is just like this crazy time of being lost and not knowing what's going on, and just lost. It's that attachment, just this moodiness is just, oh, it feels so bad. And so the Sun is like, oh, you just feel better, like you don't know why. You're just like, oh my God, I feel better. And it's the thorn coming out of your paw. It's the balance being restored. And so I'm kind of interested in what these other cards say. I like to look at the end because the end, it seems as if I'm trying to understand this, because it is a reading about the ex, but this is like the Six of Swords. It's this relationship that you want to move forward, but the Four of Cups, it's like, yeah, but it's not what you really want. You know, it's, you want someone that's going to tend to you and is going to protect you and is going to want to have that protection of you, you know, to stand up and be like, that's my woman, you know, show her off, like want her to, you know, like this person is, you want this person to really be there for you in a very strong way. And I just think that, you know, you kind of are looking for that from this person. And I just think it's the attachment style that's talking. It's the attachment style that's saying, love me, protect me. And so it's not actually that person, you know, it's not that person, it's the feeling. It's the feeling you're looking for. And so I think if you continue to look at it, you'll realize that you want something so much more profound that this person can't offer you, and that they're not offering you. And I don't think they are going to offer you. You do get this Knight of Cups. You see, I don't know, it seems like that there is, you know, the Knight of Cups is like is a suitor. It's a suitor. It's somebody that enters into your realm of existence. And I just think it's interesting. It's like it comes after the Sun. It has to be a new person. You know, I don't think you want to really be with your ex. You want the attachment style settled. But I think that if somebody were to enter your life and give you special vibes that are like, this is what I want, and they give you that attention and they take you out, you know, they love you, then I think you would feel in a different way. So you get this Queen of Wands, which is above, which is, you wanting to be special again, you know, you wanting to be in control and enlightened and brave. And you know, the Queen of Wands is she just puts herself out there and is just very, very courageous. And I think it's you wanting to step forward into your life and get more from yourself. You know, it's like you and so in the past is this Queen of Cups where you're feeling lost, you know, and hopeless and anxious. And I think you want to feel brave and bold and moving forward and attractive and entrancing. And so it seems as if there's a Knight of Cups somewhere, somehow, that is coming. It says that you fear, though, you fear struggle. You fear struggle, and you fear the fighting, and you fear the feelings you get when you're like with your ex and and things start going well if you're talking to them and things go well, and then they say something and it just drives a dagger through your heart, you know, because you're trying, and then it causes like this great discomfort in the relationship. And so I think that is your fear. And so, you know, these cards are kind of indicating to me that you think you want this person, but it's attachment. This isn't really something that you would want, because even when you talk to them, and I'm not saying they're returning, because I feel like there's this other person that's going to enter your life and give you more communication that this person is not giving you. And the Four of Cups is like, you just don't want it anymore. You know, you just don't want it anymore. And you begin to give it up and move past it. And so you do move on from this connection with your ex. And I think you just realize that you want so much more. And, you know, and once you realize that, like, all of that more, you can't have it until you give this person up. Once you give this person up, then you can have this entertain this new person who protects you and wants to be with you and wants to cherish you. You know, that's the connection you want. I know you want it from your ex, but it's just not there. So I wrote a book. You can get it through the Patreon, or you can buy it on my website. It's called Find Freedom from Love Anxiety and Manifest an Ideal Love. And you can check it out. But there's also a love manifestation exercise that is on my Linktree, and I'll put a link to it, and you can check it out. And it kind of helps to like look at your ex and kind of look at what you hate about what you're getting and try to attract the opposite. So it's like attract the opposite of your ex exercise. So it's awesome. You can see it through my Linktree. Okay, so now we are going to get to, that was the Tarot of Prague. Now we are going to get to the Fantastic Menagerie Tarot. So the Fantastic Menagerie Tarot. All of these decks are from Baba Studios. Baba Barak in Ireland. They're beautiful. I want to cleanse the palette from that reading. Let me see. My incense is about halfway through. All right. So I have a Saint Martha candle burning. Knight of Cups, Hanged Man. This is interesting. It really depressed. Nine of Swords, really depressed. The Hanged Man is just dealing with a connection that is kind of leading you on. you know, it's a connection that isn't exactly drawing to a close, you know, the Hanged Man. Oh man, that's a tough situation. So yes, I'm burning a Saint Martha candle. I love the Saint Martha. She's the patron saint of cooks and housemakers. And I just always like how Saint Martha is just, I don't know, a homemaker. That just makes me happy. So, so I have my Saint Martha candle burning. She's also the patron saint of like dominance. She's kind of a dominatrix too. She tames the dragon, which is kind of trippy. Here, I'll show you the candle. Saint Martha. So here's the dragon. So she's like, so she has the Bible and the torch, and she's taming the dragon. So I guess she cuts apart this dragon with Lazarus. She goes but she tames the dragon. She drives this dragon out of the city and she tames it. She puts a leash on it and takes it out of the city and chops its head off, which is, I kind of feel bad for the dragon, but she had to do it for the city. But Saint Martha, she's a badass. So I have my Saint Martha candle. And she just, I don't know, one of my favorite saints. So anyways, let's see what this fantastic menagerie, I think she's like powerful woman saint, you know. So King of Cups. All right. So this person, 3 of Cups. All right. So I wonder if this person you almost had like a friendship with. 9 of Swords, pass. So super depressed. Super depressed. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You thought it was going places when you met this person. You were like, oh my God, we're going places. But you were just really depressed. And I think you were trying to hold on to it as it was falling away, you know, and you're trying to make this situation go into one direction and then it just falls flat and you're sad because you want it to be amazing and it's just not. And this situation might be kind of tricky. Let me look at these cards before I totally talk. Because it's like 8 of Coins, 6 of Cups, which is like, this is something where you always try to like work it out. But it's like always trying to work it out with someone who is like just unfaithful, to be honest. I mean, it's the 7 of Swords. So it's somebody who comes in, they come in and they tap it real quick and then you don't see them for a couple of months. It's a mess. But whenever they come back, you say, well, we can try to make it work out, you know. You try to make it work out. Oh boy. Okay. I'm kind of getting a sense of the situation. So I want my highest self to talk to your highest self here. And, you know, so that we can really see if we can get the upper hand in this situation, you know, instead of being like on the bottom, getting just pummeled, you know, like, let's see if we can put you on top of the situation so you can like have some dignity with it, right? Because this person, they embarrassed you, they hurt you, and I think you tried to give them a lot, but look, it's like the little thing fell out of the nest. It's really sad. So now, but this is the kicker. You feel really sad about this person, but this person, they have this like really nice quality. This person can be like the nicest person you ever met. Like they're sweet, they talk to you, they may still even maintain some sort of a friendship with you. They may be really light. You may still have to interact with this person through friends. This is somebody who, and I don't know, it seemed like you were trying to go somewhere in this relationship. I'm not sure like how much this relationship really evolved. I just feel like this person can sometimes be in your social circle, and so it's hard to get rid of a person that is kind of nice and they're in your social circle, and they're not altogether mean to you. So some exes are just like really mean. This person may not be mean all the time. They may not be mean. And but they don't give you what you want. And so the Queen of Swords is like, you have demands. Like, you want things to be a certain way. And you may have told this to this person, like, is there any way we can get a title out of this? Or you might have, can we talk more? Can you text me more often? Like, you may have put some sort of demand out there, and I just don't know if this person was able to commit to that demand. Even though they're a total sweetheart and they're super nice, like, it seems like you were like, hey, can you be a certain way? And they were like, I'll get back to you on that. Like, they didn't respond to you immediately. Like, they were like, we'll see. They didn't completely jump to their feet to be in a relationship with you. And that's kind of tricky, because you kind of wanted one thing and they're giving you something else. And so this Two of Wands, these cards are beautiful. So this Two of Wands is like, you're kind of looking at the situation, like, what did you have? What could you have? What do you have now? And so it's like, you have demands. You want a relationship. You want things to move forward. I think this person wants to be nice. They want to chill. They want to have fun. They don't want to get serious. And I think you're in a position where you have to kind of accept whatever it is for whatever it is. And so, I mean, is there really a future here? The future that I see is, whenever I see this Seven of Swords in a reading, this is the run for the hills. The Seven of Swords, like, this guy it's a wolf stealing a chicken, while behind the shopkeepers or the innkeepers back. And so the Seven of Swords is the thief. It's the thief. And so whenever the thief shows up, it's like, oh no, this person, they want like sex, that's like, they want to get something from you. They want numbers, they want booty, they want to get, they just want to get some. But they're not like, but the Seven of Swords is they're not willing to pay for it. They're not willing to put in the time and the effort to keep being consistent and to be a partner and to listen to you complain and to have a conversation with you daily. Like, this person isn't willing to put in the time and effort that it takes to like tend to you, to tend to your needs. And it's like, and so I mean, this may be for male or female, but for a woman, they say that when you sleep with someone, it's 9 months, and for a guy, it's like 9 minutes. It's a little bit different. There's a lot more at stake. There's a lot more at stake, and so this person is the type of person who wants to come in and get it for free. They don't want to pay the price of being a consistent partner. And that's tricky. And I think that's, and that's kind of like the vibe of this situation, where they're like in your life, but they don't want to commit. They don't want to commit. And so in the near future, you get the Five of Cups. This was the last reading. The last reading also had the Five of Cups in the near future. It's the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins. And so the Five of Cups, this is the taking the thorn out of the paw, that like, you're looking at this situation as like, bummer, this is sad, this is depressing. I don't have this person around the way I want, it's like a depression without seeing the hope for the future. But the Five of Coins is that this person's feelings are untrue. They are cold. They're cold and unfeeling. Like they don't really consider your well-being when they take actions in your friend circle. They may be walking around and doing things that affect you, and they just don't take any of that into consideration. They don't take your feelings into consideration. And it's because they're not considering you, and it's like this King of Cups, they're, really super nice person, can give you a lot of feeling, can be kind of clingy, can talk to you all the time. But then when it comes to like being serious and like thinking about your needs above theirs, it's like, forget about it. It's just, they're just not there. And so you see this situation as like, oh my God, we can be together forever. It's like the Ten of Cups is you look at the situation, you think they would be just a great partner and it would be so amazing. And I think it's just sad because I feel like you're always trying to get it to work out, and that sometimes you deal with this person because it's like they are in your circle somehow. So you are like, I feel like you are somehow interacting with this person, but you're just always wishing for it to return the way it was. You're wishing for it to be ideal. And I just don't think it is ideal. I don't think it is ideal. It's danger. So you get the world where I feel like in this situation, like you get the message from this person that they are untrue. And your eyes are pretty open when it comes to dealing with this person. It's the world. So you figure it out. You're like, okay, this person's talking to other people. This person's untrue. This person is lying to me. This person is being two-faced. Like you see it all. It's all in front of you. You hear it through your friends. You hear it, like it's all completely in front of you. And you see it, and it's like you're attached to this person, so you choose to overlook it. But it's all in front of you. And so they're kind of like in your face. And so this is like the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is like, he's like stealing the chicken in front of everyone. It's really clear what he's doing. This could be somebody who is like trying to date your friends, you know what I mean? Who you're like, we're talking to them and now they're like trying, it's like really like it's so clear, like them not being committed to you. And that hurts, but it allows you to think twice about whether or not, because they will probably try to steal you away again. The thief tries, and he returns to the scene of the crime and he tries again. But when he tries, it's like he's trying to basically sleep with you or something. He's not, he's trying to get attention. He's trying to feel good. And so he's using you to make himself feel good without thinking about how that might affect you. And so you get the Sun, which is you're scared to walk away from this connection. You're scared to walk away from this madness, to walk away from the friend circle, to walk away from the interaction with this person. You might not want to block them. You might not want to, find new friends because, it's like he's kind of spoiled your pool. And And so it's really hard because you don't want to go out and find a new pool. You want to stay where you are and you want things to be the way they were. But it's tough because it's like you eventually have to move on. And so this card, the sun, is in your fears. It's like you're scared to get out of this mess and look for something new because you do have to leave what's familiar to you. And so this 8 of Cups, 6 of Cups, this is you always trying to get it to work out and always hoping for it to return. And the 10 of Cups, and just hoping that it's going to be this delightful reunion. But it just isn't, it's kind of like a friends with benefits situation, maybe, but not even that. I feel like the person just kind of sneaks in until you start dating other people and you, it says you return to something, like you return to a passion, you return to doing something that you used to like to do all the time. And you start talking to someone new. So basically, you got to start talking to someone new, figure out how to make that work, and you're home free. Yeah, this guy is the thief. This person's the thief. Yeah, danger, danger, danger. Danger, danger. All right. So you guys can check out my love manifestation exercise on my link tree. You can see it in the comments. And if you're not on my Patreon, be sure to join it. So let's see here. All right. And the last deck is the Victorian Romantic Tarot. This deck is very beautiful as well. These are all by Baba Studios. This is by Karen Mahoney and Alex Ukulov, if I said his name right. They're the artists of all 3 of these decks. They all created these decks. They're and so yeah, they sell out really fast. You have to like pre-order the decks, and then they come eventually, and it's so exciting. So, all right. Now, let me drink some water to kind of clear the palate from this last reading. I want my highest self to connect to your highest self here for this reading on exes. And I hope it brings you a lot of help and clarity. And yeah, let me know if it resonates. But I definitely want the best thing for you. I want the best thing for you. And so let's see what these cards have to say. The chances of me saying that he's coming back and it's going to be the relationship of a lifetime, you probably won't ever hear that from me, just because that I can find drives madness and anxiety. And so, yeah, you absolutely do move on. Of course you want this person back. Of course, you get the 6 of Cups in your environment. You just crave this person. You want them in your life. You just want them back so bad. Oh, it's funny. All of these readings have the same cards. You get the 9 of Swords, which are just so sad. This situation is so sad. There may be an activated attachment style that is very profound in your situation. Let me see here. And let me see. So this may be a new love of somebody. This person, well, I always kind of wonder about this card, it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups was in the last reading as well, oddly. But the King of Cups, he can sometimes be a drinker, somebody, or like an addictive personality, that you're dealing with somebody who has an addictive personality, and they may be addicted to the feelings of love, but can't like hold it together enough to stay in the love. Like they are addicted to the feelings of meeting people new, having that, first couple of dates and, and all the passion and love. Like they're addicted to new love. And but then they move on fast, but this person can be very like, oh my God, you feel like they're going to take over your life, when you meet them. You feel like this is your new life, is going to be with this person, and you have like all this love, and so you just like you just attach to this person because you think you have this whole new existence, when you meet this person. And so this says, this is the Three of Wands. So this may be like you have some space from this person and that they have left, and you now have some time and you're wondering what happened. This person was in my life and now they're out of my life, because this is a reading about an ex, So so you're just wondering, like, this person has left and you're getting space from it. And you get the Page of Pentacles crossing. So this could be like you may be thinking about reaching out to them, or they may reach out to you occasionally. But the Page of Pentacles is like a message. It's like a text message that just keeps you interested. Painful. So there may be a message here. But when you're away from this person, you're getting stronger. You're getting stronger, and you're getting stuff done in your life. But the Empress is you still may have hope for this relationship because they made it so hopeful, when it just like the vibe that they gave you was so much like, we're in love and we're going to be together forever, and then you're like, yay, we're going to be together forever, and so you kind of still hold on to that first fantasy that they offered up to you. And so when they took it away, it's hard to let go of the fantasy because the fantasy was so good. It was so good. And so and you may be like really stuck in that fantasy of like that connection and everything, but this person is like a master at new romance, at whirlwind 2-week whirlwind flings. This person is the master at falling in love and making you think that he's never been in love with anyone else ever before. But he's also the master of like falling out of love and just taking off. So let me see here. Yeah, and it just leaves you totally depressed because they gave you everything. They gave you everything. So the near future is the High Priestess with Judgment. And so the High Priestess is just intense obsession. Just like, oh, I can't stop thinking about this person, just like all the time, just like wondering what happened. And but yet you have this Judgment inside of you, which is like always trying to rationalize the attachment style. So it's like so the High Priestess is an activated attachment style. It can be very anxious, in the gut, unconscious processing of wanting him back. And Judgment is like you want him back, but then in your mind you're like, oh, why am I feeling this way? This is over. I gotta move on. Like I can't deal with this anymore. And so you're constantly like fighting back and forth this attachment style. You may want to pray a little bit for the obsession, pray to a higher power for the obsession to be relieved, and to find out like what is your purpose for your higher power in your life. We all have this purpose on earth to be put here, and I guarantee our purpose is not to want our exes back. And so it's Lent right now. It's like, what can you give up? And if you can give up your ex, that would be so good, because I can guarantee that that your higher power doesn't want you like totally upset and obsessed over this person who has left you and who is not in your life. And so, you know, this judgment, it's like there's this rational part of your mind that, you know, wants to move on from this situation. So you might need to pray a little bit about it. And, you know, I like to use the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, the first 3 steps. You can check it all out in my book. I did a book called Find Freedom from Love Anxiety and Manifest an Ideal Love. And I think it's in chapter 5, I talk about using the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous to break free from the obsession that wanting your ex back causes, because it's very uncomfortable. Now this is interesting. The 4 of Cups is above you. So the 4 of Cups is, well, it's like, you know, in its position above you, it's expecting them to like not want you or something. It's expecting like indifference. It's expecting, you know, it's like this person is in your life and you're kind of like just expecting that they are going to turn away from you. And so it's odd. It's kind of an odd idea that you want them in your life, but yet you're kind of expecting them to always not be with you. And so I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you want them in your life, but you feel like they'll never take me. And so you're just depressed. You're just depressed because you just want this hopeless situation that you think would be ideal, but it's not. And then you just worry because you can't ever have it. And so then you just like eat yourself. You just eat yourself with, I'm not good enough because I can't have this person. And it just keeps going, you know, of just self-hatred, of just going down a rabbit hole of I'm not good enough. And that's just not the rabbit hole that your higher power wants for you. Your higher power, you know, like I like to kind of think of, you know, when I hear a friend or when I hear myself say bad things about myself, like if I ever say, oh, I'm worthless or hopeless, or, you know, if I ever catch myself, I say, hey, would I say that to my friend, or would I let somebody say that about my friend? If I heard somebody say some really negative things about me, would I let them say that, you know? And so just with like negative self-talk, I feel like this person really gets you down, and you should stand up for yourself and don't let yourself beat up on yourself. You know, stick up for yourself and say, hey, be nice to my friend, you know, be nice to my friend. Because I see some really blueness, you know, being very, very sad and just wanting this return, because the feelings this person gave to you, it just felt so good but it was intense. And I feel like it wasn't very long, you know, I feel like it might have been brief. And so it says you fear the Hanged Man. So what does that mean? Like, you fear them stringing you along and them not giving you an answer, or of them not doing anything. You're just scared of it not resolving, you know, and never resolving. And I just wonder, because this 3 of Wands, it seems like you have space from this person, and that in a lot of ways it has resolved. It's just every now and then you may get a message that confuses you. And so the primary message is that they're gone. And the secondary message is it doesn't matter. You know, they already screwed up. You know, they already screwed up. They can't make it up to you. You know, they can't make it up to you. You may be thinking they can, but I think you're just going to be sad here, and they're not going to do anything, You know, here this person's like out on a ledge, like totally desolate and depressed, so bad. And there's nobody on here saying, hey, let me help you. You know, it's like you're so sad and there's no one like reaching their hand out saying, it's okay, sweetie, don't come back in. It's cold out there. You know, I'm trying to reach my hand out to you, actually. You know, I'm trying to help you. Because I know this feeling is really a sad feeling of feeling alone, and this person, they're not there to save you, and so you need to come back in because they're not there. You got to save yourself. You got to save yourself. You know, I think you're going to move on. I think you're going to move on from this situation. And I think new opportunities in your life are going to come in. You get the 8 of Cups, which is you move on. You were very faithful and you tried to stick by the situation, but you do walk away from it. You do. And you have so many new opportunities that are coming for you in your life. And, you know, with this situation, this is something that you abandon. It's not something that you stick with forever. And I don't think it's rekindling. I think you may have gotten a message and we're just wondering, like, what's this message, you know, and you're just scared that you're never going to get the answer, and you probably never will, except their silence and their distance is the best answer you can get, that they're not around. And so with this connection, I don't think it's going to get back together. I really don't. I feel like you have a fair amount of obsession that you need to kind of work out and manage, and then eventually move on and look for new opportunities. Because if you look for new opportunities, the opportunity will be presented. It'll be there for you. You know, if you decide to look for the unexpected, you'll find it, you know. And so, but if you don't look for it, nothing will happen. And so at some point you need to put out some sort of a signpost that I'm single and I'm moving on and I'm looking for new love. And so you guys can check out my love manifestation exercise that's in my link tree, and you'll see my link tree and all kinds of stuff in the comment section of this video. So anyways, I hope these readings have brought like enlightenment or something. I hope they've done something for you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope your reading resonated. And yeah, if you want to join my Patreon, join my Patreon, and follow me, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you all. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.